This is also the first album with Frederick on it, right?
Yeah.
And with Martin or Maxim.
Yeah, first studio album with Martin. He did a live album with us, but yeah, first studio.
So how's that working with them? How did it feel good or?
Yeah, of course. They feel like they've been in the band for such a long time now. I don't really. Frederick's only been in the band for a year and a half or something, and it doesn't feel like. It feels like he's been in the band for years and years. It's there's no kind of weird thing going on between us, the rest of the band, and him because he's the new guy. He feels like he's always been there. And same with Axe. I don't really look back at the old days with other guys thinking it was better then. I think it's better now.
Why is it better now?
It just is. I think they're better musicians.
Yeah. So does having them in the band give you new possibilities for music, for writing?
Yeah, they did. Axe is a little bit more of a solid drummer, I think, than Lopez was. Lopez and me worked great together, and he was had many great ideas. But he never. He was a little bit like me. He was a great drummer in his head, and sometimes he just didn't want to play it, if you know what I mean. While Axe is more like, every night he's on, And Frederick is he comes from the old school of lead guitar players, while Peter never wanted to take that role as a lead guitar player as Frederick is. So it's like an extension of myself, like what I can do, he can do, So it's nice. To be honest, it's a very good band now. With the musicianship is top notch. I'm the worst musician, but luckily I write the songs.
So it's gotten very easy for you as a musician because you just everything you can play, just let the other guys play.
Yeah, it's very good. It's perfect, And I've kind of taken that position, like stepping back a little bit from being like a lead guitar player. Even though I like to play lead guitar sometimes, Fredrik is so much better. So it's very nice for me to just kind of step back and concentrate on what I do best.
Is it also intimidating for you that he's so good?
A little bit maybe, because I also would want to be able to play some of that stuff, but I don't see it as a competition between me and him or any of the other guys. I just see, as I said, he's like a vehicle for me to kind of push my music on him. He also writes music, but nowhere near as much as I do. So it's just great to have people in the band, to surround myself with musicians who can actually make my ideas come true.
He co-wrote on one song on this album, right? So Do you hope he's writing more in the future? Or?
He already written some stuff. Yeah. Okay.
Are there already plans then for recording a new album? Or?
No, not yet. We're so caught up in the touring kind of stuff. So we're going to be touring for the whole next year too. So we're not going to see a new album from us until maybe 2010.
Is it always in the back of your head, a new album, or writing new music?
No, not at all. Once an album is done, it's not. I don't think about. And people are so impatient, Immediately after an album is out, people ask me, so when's the next album coming? I was like, well, we just did one. So this one still feels very new to me. I don't really feel the urge to write that much. But with that said, once I start thinking about a certain riff or something, my brain can't stop, if you know what I mean. And so it's a good sign, and usually it means I want to write stuff, So we'll see. Maybe it'll be earlier, but I would say 2010.
Do you still want to do new albums, or is you say, "Oh man, we've done enough"?
No, I want to do more. It's part of the game. It's like this life that we live is a little bit like a rat race, like any other jobs. You're stuck in some kind of routine, and ours, even though I think the routine that we're in it's way more fun than many of my other proper jobs, so to speak. It's like you do an album. You rehearse, you write, you do an album, you do promotion, you go on tour, you take a break, and then you start producing more material, and then it's all the same thing over and over again, But I enjoy it like that, It's some kind of sense of security.
What's the most fun part of all that entire process?
Playing live is fun, but I don't particularly like touring. I like being on stage and playing, the shows, but I don't like touring, if you know what I mean. I don't like traveling, and I don't particularly like doing 10 interviews a day or 20 interviews. I also like being home, so that the creative part is also very nice, but it's more like it's more personal on like a profound level. For me to actually be able to produce something that I like myself it's a feeling that's you can't really explain, and it's something I really enjoy.
The artist in you coming out.
I don't see myself as an artist, if you know what I mean. The artist is on stage, but for me, it's like just be able to write music that you want to hear yourself is a good feeling, you know.
Do you ever listen to your own records then?
Yeah, very much. When it's like a new album is done, I listen a lot to it, you know. But after a while, I kind of stop listening, and now I don't listen to Opeth unless I have to relearn something.
And when you relearn something, are you sometimes surprised about something like, I can't remember that? Or
yeah, all the time. Yeah, I'm kind of mostly, I have to say, which is good. I'm happily surprised. Like how could I come up with a great part like that? You know, but sometimes it's like, ooh, that wasn't so good. You know.
What's the last time you had? Ooh, that wasn't good.
Yeah, there's a part on a song that we're playing on this tour. It doesn't do anything for me, really. You know.
Yeah, what song is that?
Godhead's Lament.
Yeah, you don't like the song, or
I
just
like the song. You know, it's just some parts in some of the songs. It's just like throw away.
You don't cut them out, or?
No, they're recorded. You know, they're on the album, so we have to.
But you don't have to play them the exact same way live.
Well, you can't cut out a whole riff, you know. So we just, you know, it's no big deal, you know. I think it's the same for everyone, you know. We just play it, you know.
That's the least likely part of your job.
Yeah, I don't really, you know, think about it. There's many bad aspects about being in a band and touring as much as we do. Many negative things, you know. Especially like I have a family back home, and that's the negative thing. To be away from home all the time.
Because you have kids, right? So.
Yeah, 2 daughters. Yeah.
That must suck to not see them for a while.
Yeah, it does. But it's technology helps a little bit because of Skype and things. You know, I can do with the webcam. I can see them.
Do you ever bring them out on tour?
They come out to like one-off gigs, but they're so young. You know, my oldest is 4, and the youngest is 1. So they touring bus and stuff. It's not a good place for them.
No.
So that won't, you know, maybe when they're older.
Of course, in the past 2 years, you've really lost a drummer and a guitar player. How do you look back on that? It's like, do you still feel like a band, or like more of your own project?
No, I think it feels more like a band now. You know, we were always a democratic band, even though I was kind of looking after everything, you know. But there was a couple of albums we did before when I didn't feel it was a band, when I did actually feel it was me and some other guys. Okay. You know, and I didn't like, there was some of the darker kind of times for the band. But now it's like everybody's involved, you know, and everybody's kind of psyched and excited about whatever we're going to do. If there's a tour, everybody's, yeah, we feel like going on tour. If we're going to do an album, oh, I can't wait to listen to this and that kind of stuff. And it's something like when you spend a lot of time with the same people, it's kind of inevitable that you get a little bit jaded about certain aspects. But I can't say I'm happy when people that I'm working with were supposed to pull in the same direction and everybody's not as excited. You know, it's not cool. No. But now it's like, it's a band, you know.
They're not annoying you yet.
Well, sometimes they're annoying me in Holland because they have to go to the coffee shops all the time.
Yeah. Do all your bandmates go to the coffee shop?
No, not all. Couple.
And you don't do that stuff yourself?
No, I tried. I don't like it.
Just fell asleep.
I think, you know, people get so fucking stupid when they just sit around. And I went to a couple of coffee shops today. I've never been in one before, and everybody looks the same. The look in their face is the same.
Well, you actually would fit in a coffee shop.
Yeah, I know. People think I'm a druggie. I don't touch anything. I never even tried cocaine and whatever.
Well, you don't look like someone who does cocaine.
No, I wouldn't. I'm not interested.
You're more an acid guy, actually.
Well, people have, you know, if I would try something, it'd have to be something with a hallucinative type of rush. So I feel something extraordinary. But I'm not really interested in getting fucked up. I think the world is quite a trip as it is.
By itself, yeah. Your music is very trippy as well. Of course, your music has been very much influenced by a lot of prog bands. They used to delve into drugs a lot, I think.
Yeah, some of them did. Yeah, I guess I don't really need that type of influence. You know, I've written everything completely sober. You know, so it's. I'm just interested in the music side of things. I've never really been interested in acting a certain way just because I'm in a band, you know. And especially because I'm in a metal band, because metal bands generally are stupid motherfuckers who don't really have a clue about music. They just, it's like an alter ego type of thing that won't really last, you know. But I feel like I'm a serious musician in that sense. That's the reason why I'm doing this. It's because of the music, you know.
Do you like touring with all-out metal bands then?
Sure, you know, it's fun. You know, I used to party like when we first went on tour, like started touring. It's because it was all new, and you're thinking this is the way it's supposed to be, you know. But soon enough, you kind of wake up, and it's not that interesting really anymore. And also, I'm like 34 years old now, so I don't. I feel I'm too old to be fucked up.
All the time.
Yeah, I don't really particularly enjoy being drunk. I like to have a couple of glasses of wine or something, but I'm not really drinking. I just want to get to the show and have the show, because that's the best part of the day.
Well, then we don't have to be afraid you fuck up things on stage because you're drunk.
No, not because I'm drunk. I do anyways, but not because I'm been drinking.
Wow. Thank you for your time, and good luck tonight.
Cheers. Thank you.